This is The Roman Show.
Kamaru, can you take us through this fight? Little tough start for you. Got it going in the second and third. Finished strong. How'd you feel about your performance?
Just because I'm so hard on myself, I'm going to say my performance was probably a C minus. And so, yeah, I didn't make the Dean's list. But, I definitely felt like I'm way better capable than what that showed. You know, just because that's how I train, and that's how I prepare, and that's as much time as I put in. This is my life. This is everything that I do. And so, you know, all my fights have been finishes, and I wanted to go out there and finish that tonight, but, you know, I just didn't. You know, I was tight. You know, I didn't open up the way I wanted to, and it showed out there.
Why are you so hard on yourself?
Because it's just my nature, you know. I started, when I started competing in sports when I was younger in high school, I basically went out there and did it myself. When I started wrestling, my dad really didn't know, my mom and dad didn't know that I was wrestling, you know. They thought that I was just going to school and doing football inside because I'm from Texas. Everybody knows football is king in Texas. And so I started competing, started wrestling. They didn't know for 2 years when I started wrestling until they saw me on TV. And so I've been pretty much doing it myself. You know, I go out there, I train constantly, I put everything into it, and I want to be able to perform. You know, whether my parents are there, whether my parents are not there, I have to be able to go out there and perform the way that I'm capable.
You put a lot of pressure on yourself. You won the Ultimate Fighter. Now got your win in the UFC. You're moving forward in your career. What's next for you? What do you want to accomplish?
I've said it. You know, I've said it to myself countless times, day in and day out, and I'm going to say it to everyone. You know, before I'm said and done, I will be king of this division one day. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, my performance tonight didn't show it, but when I come back in here next time, it'll be way better, way more dominant, and you can count on seeing finishes from me because one day I will be king of this division.
Kamara, what do you attribute your performance tonight? Like you said, you're not very impressed with how you did. Do you attribute it to something that Leon did or something that happened to you leading into camp?
No, definitely. I went through a tremendous amount of injuries coming into this fight. You know, it was my knee. I had surgery on my knee. My lower back started going out because, you know, it's just once it's a chain reaction. Once the knee's not there, everything else starts to compensate and everything starts to go piece by piece. And my back started to go, you know, shoulders, everything. But, you know, this fight was in. I'm not in the business of canceling fights. And so I went in there and I wanted to be way more dominant. And I will be in my next performance.
It looked like you had him in a bit of trouble in the last minute of the fight. You think if you had 1 or 2 more minutes, you could have finished him?
Definitely. Definitely. Once I started opening up on him, I started feeling wilt, started feeling break. And that's what I do to guys. I put pressure on them, and they start to break, and I go out there and finish it.
Were those injuries, is that what led you not to, you know, you said earlier you couldn't open up. Were those injuries that got in the back of your mind, or was that part of it?
Initially, I mean, when you have something coming in, you feel it. You know there's something there that's hindering you. And, you know, initially it played a little part, but once you get going, everything kind of dries up. And there's no way I was going to lose a fight based on, oh, my back hurts, so I'm going to lose this fight. No, I was going to put it out, and I was going to go out there and try to finish the fight.
Little interesting part of the fight tonight. You took a knee straight to you know where. It wasn't. It didn't look like it was a fun one. You took a big left right after it. How hurt were you? And what did the referee say to you?
I was a little hurt, and the referee, and everyone knows, as a man, you take a knee there, you know, something in your stomach's not gonna feel too good. And so I felt it a little bit. I started to feel it, but I sat down, I bounced, but I could still feel it. And I heard my coach say, you know, and I knew it. He was starting to falter. He was starting to tire and starting to break. And so I wasn't gonna let that, you know, stop me and give him time to recover and get back in the fight. So I picked myself up, and I wanted to put more pressure on him and get him to break.
How long are these injuries going to keep you out?
Not long. I'm going to go back. I'm going to reevaluate, you know, and definitely, you know, basically try to rehab these and see how long it gets me. I feel that, you know, with the right rehab and the right recovery, I can be back there, you know, in a couple months.
Being a guy who trains in South Florida, spends a lot of time in Florida, what did it mean to you to get a win in Florida? I know last time you got to fight here wasn't the same result, so to come back to Florida and get a win.
I mean, it means a lot. Every time I get a win, it means a lot. It's not just down here in Florida. This is my business. This is my job. This is what I do. And so every time I fight, it's a business trip. Whether I'm overseas or whether I'm down the street or whether I'm in my backyard, it's a business. I'm going to go out there and put on my suit, my business suit, and I'm going to go out there and take care of business.
What was it like seeing your teammate Vicente win tonight?
It was great. You know, I always love fighting with, with my team. You know, since I've been competing in wrestling, once you have a team there, that team support, it feels tremendous. And it felt great to see him get that win. And, it just kind of gave me a little extra oomph to go out there and get my win as well.
This is The Roman Show.